New year, new me. Konnichiwa, Senpai desu. So my fellow artists, what are your New Year resolutions? I hope it's not learning how to draw a furry.
Little barking ass motherfucker.
Mine is pretty simple and straightforward. To get better at drawing. Feet. So if you're like me who is self-taught and loves procrastinating, it could be a problem finding the right practice material and knowing how to practice them. Luckily, I discovered this course from Coloso, which happens to be today's sponsor. Introducing Create Captivating Characters with Detailed Expressions by Hyulla sensei from Coloso. Hyulla sensei is a concept artist and illustrator. He participated in several projects such as Destiny Child and Nikke, Goodness of Victory. What makes Hyulla sensei different from other artists is his unique Korean art style. If you're more of a manhwa reader and you find Korean art style more appealing, this will be the perfect course for you. Here's what you will learn from this course. The first one is Advanced Theory courses. From this part, you get to learn the theoretical foundations of illustration such as 3D and distance, perspective, and the characteristics of light and color from a visual aspect. Then, you will learn how to create a powerful character design. Hyulla sensei teaches how to design a character that can captivate the audience by highlighting certain body features. Next is screen composition. In this section, you will learn how to use camera angle and object placement to create a screen structure. Then, we have detailed depiction of the human body. You will not only learn the basic anatomy, but also how to express a captivating character beyond the basic knowledge. Lastly, we have object expressions. Hyulla sensei teaches how to color metals as well as transparent and translucent objects. In this course, screen composition is the main dish, and you get to learn how to compose your canvas. Besides, Hyulla sensei would display his unique style of drawing the character and background together in such a way where both character and background complement and synergize with each other to express the intended vibe. You know what? Let me just show you how it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'll make a game illustration myself while incorporating all of Hyulla sensei's teaching. When it comes to composing a game illustration, there are two ways to do it. The first way is to focus on the scenery, and the second way emphasizes the character. Both ways will create totally different illustrations. I have made a few character design videos in the past, so I won't dwell too long on this part. For starters, I'll just pick Artia-chan, which is the female version of my avatar. Yes, I put a FGO on myself while using a gaming mouse as reference. In case you missed out how I designed Artia, you can check out the video by clicking the box here. Since it's the year of the rabbit, I decided to draw Artia as a bunny girl, and I'm envisioning her sitting on a couch in a bar. The next step would be screen composition. So, how should I compose my illustration? There's plenty of ways to do it, but I'm choosing the simplest one, centered composition. Hyulla sensei loves to use this composition technique as well, because it is very easy to apply. When it comes to drawing a game illustration, there's one thing you must know. The character should be drawn in a medium full shot or somewhat close to a full shot. Never go for a close-up shot. You're not drawing a portrait illustration. So, how can we display the whole body, but also highlight the perspective at the same time? The easiest way to achieve this is by using the foreshortening technique. This technique dramatically alters the sense of space, depth, and perspective by controlling the distance between the front plane and the back plane. By putting all those theories into action, here's the draft of my bunny girl. I accidentally made it a little bit too eroy. Now, you need to decide what kind of atmosphere you want to create and what emotion you want to convey. For example, the direction of the lighting, the color of light, the expression, the mood, etc. According to Dr. Google, there are up to 25 different emotions, but in the drawing realm, the emotions that artists commonly use are just a few. For instance, we have the slightly smiling look. This emotion will create a calm vibe. We also have the flustered look, which gives off a slight tinge of sexual tension. And of course the happy Genki look, which has an energetic vibe. Since I am drawing a bunny girl, I would like to imagine the girl getting abashed and flustered in the bunny suit and go hence, my draft has that sexy yet abashed atmosphere and emotion. There are many ways to compose your illustration, but I would say the cut-off canvas method is the most useful one. You just simply enlarge your character and leave something out from the canvas. This will make your illustration lose some of its parts, but the overall picture will look better. Don't try to fit everything in a canvas like the villains in Spider-Man 3. This hack is certified by a lot of professional artists. I have a bunch of evidences. After that, we can move to the next step. Now you can refine your draft by drawing clearer and lesser lines. For the color draft, there are no hacks or cheat codes. But remember this, always prepare multiple color drafts with different light sources. You can try top light or backlight and experiment around with the color to find the best combination. For me, I prepared a few drafts and I'm definitely digging this one. The top light helps to emphasize the oppai and the thighs. I'm using this red as the main color to bring out that Hatsukashi vibe. After everything is set, what's left is to finish the work. There are several challenges I've set for myself when drawing this illustration. First is the stocking and the suit. I want to express the texture of the vinyl and achieve the translucent quality of the stocking. Both are made with different materials and thus have very distinct textures. Luckily, in the last section of the class, Hyulla sensei would teach you how to express different textures such as metals, vinyl material, stocking, water drops, water surfaces, flowing water, etc. So here's the step-by-step guide for painting stockings. PS. Make sure to complete the basic coloring and shading of the legs first. Step 1. Create a darken layer to decrease the exposure of the light on the legs. The luminosity of the light on the legs has to be dim because the material will absorb the light, making it less bright. Step 2. Create a multiply layer and use a dark color to paint over the skin, thus making the character look like she's wearing stocking. Step 3. Create a multiply layer and use an airbrush to slightly darken the bottom of the legs. This is to enhance the 3Dness of the legs. Step 4. Create a multiply layer and use a soft brush to paint the contour of the stocking. This is to further enhance the 3Dness of the legs, making it more realistic. Step 5. Create a multiply layer and shade. This part will put your anatomy knowledge to the test. You have to understand the basics to pull this off. If you are interested, I have a leg tutorial video for you. Click the link up here. Step 6. Create a multiply layer and add details. Nothing more to elaborate here, just Gudo adding details. Step 7. Create a multiply layer again if necessary to fine-tune the darkness of the stocking. And you're done. Simple, isn't it? Now, let's move to how to express the vinyl texture. PS. Make sure to complete the basic coloring and shading of the bunny suit first. Step 1. Create a normal or soft light layer to paint the reflected light. I'm assuming that y'all already know what reflected light is, so I'm not going to elaborate more. Here's an important point. The surrounding environment will affect the color of the reflected light, and there's no limitation saying that you can only use one color. Be creative. Step 2. Create a normal layer and use pure white to paint the highlight of the bunny suit. In most cases, the highlight will be at the tip of the boobs, aka the nip. Step 3. Create a normal layer and paint the vinyl texture. You can use colors ranging from light gray to dark gray to express that vinyl texture. It's very hard to explain how it should be done, so I suggest you guys to look up Google. Find one reference and mimic the texture. Step 4. Create a normal layer and use a very dark color to add details such as the sewing patterns. Ta-da! And there's our bunny girl art senpai. Please do not dream of me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I highly recommend Hyulla sensei's class because I've learned so much from him, and I hope you would too. If you guys are interested, feel free to sign up for the course. You can find the link down in the description. Feel free to support me on Patreon, I really appreciate it. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter. DM me if you want a commission from me. Alright, that's all from me. Ja na, guys.